Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for checking out this video. My name is Dave, and today I thought we would do a slightly different kind of video, a little bit less serious and more fun, I hope. So I thought I would just kind of bring everyone around to check out the plant room. It's basically my greenhouse that I set up in this condo apartment that's 12th floor but has a huge den and very bright space. It is northwest facing, so it doesn't get too much direct sun, which is fine with me because most of my plants don't really require direct sun anyway. And the ones that do need a little bit more light, then I set up some grow lights for them, like that one, which we will get to in a bit. But yeah, so just gonna take you guys around and check out what's growing in here right now, going into winter. And yeah, hopefully it will be fun. I do these plant room tours on my Instagram page from time to time, and I thought it would be a nice thing to do here on YouTube as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here's the entrance to the den, which is the growing area for most of my plants. My plant room, I call it. So as you can see, it has a very large glass door, and I do like looking into it. This view is very nice when it's clean. And you can also see the nice view out there with the Canadian fall foliage right now. It's really quite beautiful. So yeah, without further ado, let's step right in and look at some plants. So one of the first thing you see on the left side here is this grow light system that I set up on this bookshelf. This bookshelf was gonna be thrown out. It's kind of old, but I thought I would use it to kind of turn into a growing station. It's also storage down there, but yeah, up here is a growing station for some of my plants that otherwise in this corner wouldn't get much light at all. So it does help to have these lights here. The purple ones, as some of you may know, is not super strong. But it still does help. It's kind of like a very soft indirect light situation for them, but it's definitely still better than nothing. I think in the future I will probably switch most of these to fluorescent LEDs that a lot of people use, but right now, especially these yellow kinds, that's full spectrum, is pretty good. I would put some of the plants like this one you see right here, under it. When it's coming into bloom, it does help them to bloom better. So just like that one as well. I've been showing this one on the Instagram page. Yeah, so when plants are coming into bloom, I like them to be under these lights because it does help them to bloom better, and the bloom will last longer too. So as you can see, these are most of my air plants in trays. There's another section with these trays, but some baby plants here, some Prunosa and Funkiana, and these are the rosette types, Capitata, Brachycaulos. Yeah, so I try to group them together so it's easier when I'm watering them, and also easier when I'm shipping things out so I can find plants better. But yeah, Streptophila there, some thinner types here, Andriana and Funkiana. So right now I do have a lot of Spanish moss, so they kind of just take over the room wherever I can have some space for them. They do like bright light, so some of these definitely don't have the best lighting situation. I do switch them around to give them some different lighting from time to time. So here's a little station with some plants. It's usually not this cramped, but right now I have a few plants that needs a little bit more light, so that's why they're kind of all stuffed here. This is the floating pot with my beloved Lola on it right now. This is a hybrid between Streptophila and Xerographica, one of my oldest OG air plants. Xerographica, and there's a nice face pot with another hybrid in there. Little whale with Capitata variation Domingensis, one of the most popular, kind of like a wine red air plants. So this Pilia was saved from the mother plant. There were a bunch of them actually, and this is one of them. So this pot is interesting. It's supposed to make music according to your watering. But I turn it on, it's kind of just noisy and randomly making music, so it's not as useful as I thought. Well, not useful, it's not as fun as I thought it was gonna be. But it's still a nice cute pot shape, and it does have a drainage hole at the bottom, so it's pretty nice for this Pilia. This basil plant is from a dear friend, and it rooted really nicely and is growing. I don't grow herbs usually, so this was a nice success for me that I felt pretty accomplished. A nice Haworthia hiding here. This is Emperor. Very deep pattern here. So some hanging plants here, and I have some Polaroids hanging on the wall as decoration. And then we're here on the next corner of the plant room. Sorry, I'm gonna mute my phone because it's buzzing. Okay. This is one of my biggest tray. Right now it's actually kind of empty. Usually it's even more full than this, and I have some of the grow lights helping it to stay lit. This is a very nice Xerographica hanger from an Instagram friend, and I love it. It really displays this plant beautifully. Some wall hanging plants here. I've had these wall decorations for a long time, and sometimes they're empty because I'm lazy, but today I put some plants in to show you guys. Alright, and then it's onto this whole surface area of my collection, I guess. So some of these Xerographicas, getting some bright light here. Some succulents, my jewel orchid, Hoya, Sansevieras. The wellfin is going out of control. I have to repot these at one point because each pot have at least 3 growing right now. But I love them. This is the original one. So all the babies you see here come from this one. And I have another one at a friend's place. So fishbone cactus from Geoponics. I love this plant, and it's growing better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy that it is getting sufficient lighting apparently. Some succulents hiding back there. Some of them are not doing very well. You can see that moonstone just kind of growing very long, and but it's still very beautiful. So I'm gonna repot it and make it look super cute. Some more plants here. This orchid is dormant right now, so looking kind of sad. Alright, and then we are on to one of my favorite section of my collection is the Haworthias. This is only a very small portion of it. I have a lot more in the other room. But they're just so much fun and so cool to grow. These are some of the soft-leaved ones and some hard-leaf Haworthias all growing together. So some of my favorites are the windowed ones like this one. This is the obtusa, and also the fan-like ones, the truncata varieties. So some of them do suffer a little bit during summer because they are winter growing. Well, technically they're actually spring and fall growing. Yeah, so some of them coming out of summer looks a little sad. Like that one over there too is a little bit red. It is still pretty, but it's supposed to look like this. This one is the mother plant of that one. All right, I realize I should be pointing a little bit, otherwise you guys might not know what I'm talking about. This one is the mother plant of that one. All right. Some more. This is also a grow light setup. Although it's a little dim these days, I think the LED is kind of dead, but it still provides some of these plants that need more light, some good coverage. Yeah. This pot over here has one of my first succulent kind of arrangement, but obviously it has gone way out of control. The aloe is like twice the size as it began, and the Haworthia is also growing crazy. The cacti, actually, the cactus remain about the same, and of course the variegated Hoya leaf stays the same, doesn't do anything, which is what I intended anyway. Some of my favorite houseplants lately is the ZZ plant, especially the Zenzi ones. I like how tiny it stays, and the compact leaves are so cute. But of course, the raven is also such a nice one to add to the collection. The black foliage is really cool. All right, and then onto one of the main areas that I show on Instagram a lot. So this is the shelf that I set up for my plants, most of my air plants. Oh, it's missing some plants here. I don't know where that went. Probably in another room. But yeah, so this is actually just a shoe rack, if you can't tell. And I just use it to elevate this area so more plants can get some nice bright light. And then this whole area can also absorb quite a bit of light, so I put all the Xerographicas here. Of course, usually it's not that many, but right now we're quite fully stocked. Monstera, one of my favorites these days. And this is a new Caudex plant that I planted up. It looks really funny, like a pear or something. And I don't even know what the foliage is gonna look like, but yeah, right now it's dormant, but it's supposed to grow leaves out later. One of my favorite bonsais. It looks like a person pointing or something, but this is just ficus, ginseng ficus. Some more succulents at the back. Some of them are just kind of dormant mode. Yeah, so as you may have noticed, I have a humidifier running here most of the time. I use it to keep the humidity in the room, especially during colder months. The heater kicks in and drops the humidity to like 40 or 45. So that is really low for some of these foliage plants and also air plants, as most of them are tropical. Yeah, so I like to keep the room at about 60 or at least 55 for the plants to do well. And temperature wise is right now is 23, which is also pretty good. So yeah, this is a really useful tool as well. It's from Xiaomi and very cheap, and you can also connect it to your phone, so it's nice. Humidifier is from Amazon. It's just one of those with the largest capacity. I like to use something like that so I don't have to refill it too often. This one can run at lowest setting, can run for almost 2 days. So yeah, it's quite good. Some of the plants here are cool, and I'll show you quickly. This is Alnantha Mexico that's in bloom right now, but it didn't turn red, which is also a cool look. Of course, a lot of people like the colors when they bloom. Like some of these here have colors. Yeah, but this one just decided to stay green, probably because it was at a darker corner when it bloomed. Yeah. Some of the Tectorum here, one of the fan favorites. Some more rosette shapes and air plants. So I have a mounted one here with this mini air plant, but that's actually like fully grown. But this is a very tough plant to grow. Hopefully I will be able to raise it. And my plan is to have these plants root on this wood, but so far they haven't decided to put out new roots. So some of these clumps are super cool. Sorry, I don't remember all their names at the moment. Trichopolopsis. It's hard to pronounce, but anyway, so they're cute little miniature air plants as well. Alright, so onto the last corner basically. I have some hanging baskets here with the Senecio and the Peperonia that everyone knows very well. It's trailing nicely this season, so I'm really glad. And of course we have the Hoya Hindu rope, Hoya compacta here. It suffered some infestation, like mealybugs infestations, and I've been cleaning it and kind of trying to kill them off for a long time, and it's finally working this time, I think. Hopefully they won't come back, but if they do, I just have to do another clean. So there's another little shelf here with some Haworthias and cacti. I do really love, so this is one of the cuttings from the Hoya plant. And this is one of my favorite Haworthia variegata, Limifolia variegata. Yeah, so it's a very kind of hard to reach place, but I do enjoy looking at them from time to time. So this is the final and kind of like a big area of plants. I have a lot of hanging stuff here. This is Straumanea Tillandsia, and it's growing huge. It came huge, and I'm glad it's looking still pretty happy here. And this is my hanging Xerographica that I started hanging like in the summer, and it's doing well. Yeah, it's kind of opening up, which is probably caused by, you know, not so much light, but it's still quite beautiful, I would say. Sorry, not sure what happened there. The video just kind of stopped. But yeah, so this is Gardneri, another Gardneri hanging here, and a little terrarium that I put together a while back. Yeah, and then you can see at the back here is one of my main growing area with succulents. These are some of the plants that need more light, so I have this grow light system set up. It is one of the most effective grow light systems, I would say, and also from Amazon. It's called Arrow Garden, and when I got it, it was not even 100 Canadian dollars, but now it's gone way up. So I don't know if I just got lucky or they jacked up the price. But yeah, it has basically almost like a full sun situation for some of the plants, especially if I make the grow light lower and have them very close. Yeah, but I have a few curly slims here that's also just hanging out. But let's go through some of these plants. This is the Sansevieria banana. I think this is a Euphorbia. I can't remember the last part, but it's called pineapple sometimes. I put it as a bonsai. That's one of my favorite miniature aloes. It's kind of dried up these days. Hopefully it will bounce back up. I did repot it recently, so that might be why. Bear's paw, one of the favorites for a lot of succulent growers. It flowered this summer and it's still flowering. It has a few buds left to open. Some more Euphorbia at the back, Crustula. So this Senecio Haworthii, so cocoon plant, is not doing too well after repotting. So I am thinking to chop it off and redo it, perhaps, and see how they do. But it's not doing very well after I repotted it. So some more succulents here, and Sansevieria, Bonsal, variegated, And I do have a variegated well fin here at the back too. It's not the best location for it, I realized, but I did want it to get some more light when it was growing a baby. That's why I put it there. And the owl here actually has some lithops. Yeah, I thought it was a cute pot for it, and since you basically don't water these guys ever, I thought it would be a cute one to use for them. Yeah, more Sansevieria at the back. And here I have one of my favorite plants, the Begonia maculata. So it is kind of blocked right now because I put this rubber plant here. It was supposed to be somewhere else, but I kind of keep it here for now. But this one also has beautiful foliage, and it turns red when it's given more light. At the back, there's a huge Sansevieria Bonzo. It's basically just out of control. It looks like snakes. It's not supposed to grow so long, but because it doesn't get as much light as it should, so it looks like that. Oh, yeah, so this is one of my newest plants, the Granovia. Looking very pretty right now. A little bit wrinkly because I haven't watered it for a while, but it is very nice looking. Yeah, so that's about it. Oh, almost missed this one. This is one of my OG plants as well, and it's my in my personal collection, the Tectorum Snowball. So it's growing so beautifully. I am very proud of this one. Yeah, so that's about it for the plant room tour. I know this is a longer video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and had a good time. But if you had any question, feel free to ask me in the comments. Again, like I said, I didn't want this video to be too serious, just kind of bring you guys around and talking about the plants that's growing in here. And yeah, hopefully you had a good time, and I would love to see some of your growing areas too. So if you'd like to share with me, you can do that on Instagram, or yeah, all the contact information is in the profile. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, please give me a like, share the video with people that like plants, and subscribe if you haven't, and of course click on the bell icon to get notified when I post up new videos. Yeah, it will really encourage me to do more, and also let me know what you guys enjoy to see here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.